Hey guys, welcome to Simply Scuba. This is new in for July. So the diving season, especially here in the UK, has definitely kicked into full flow. We've got a few new interesting bits and bobs that have just dropped. Let's take a closer look. Okay guys, so to start off with, we have Xdeep NX Project wings. You can buy the wing itself, but I sort of chose to get one of the complete systems. So this is the aluminium wing. So you can buy it as a complete system with a harness and everything back plate. So all you need to do is just bolt your cylinders onto the back. But what I really wanted to talk about is the NX wing. So it's much the same, but very different from traditional wings. You'll notice at the top that there isn't an elbow. So this is really what the NX project really comes from. Xdeep, they've analysed all of sort of technical divers and what people are sort of using and what people actually need, and they tend to go in a different direction. So instead of a big clunky elbow, they've mounted the corrugated hose directly onto the bladder. The dead zone right at the top is very, very small. And the actual dead zone down here, sort of between your cylinders, is much smaller as well. So that means that the whole wing itself is nice and compact, but you still have the same amount of lift. It also means because there's less sort of air volume up at the top, it's going to give you a nice horizontal trim pattern because most of your buoyancy is down towards the small of your back, holds you nice and horizontal in the water. Also means that when you're on the surface, all of the buoyancy is further down, so it doesn't tend to push you forwards. Available in both a aluminium backplate version and a stainless steel backplate version. The backplates themselves, if you can see, it's covered up by all the harness, but it's an X shape, so it's a lot wider, much more ergonomic than a traditional backplate. And the harness itself is just that little bit different. They've got a Y-shaped crotch strap instead of just a single piece. It attaches in slightly different areas, so it's much more comfortable when you're diving. Okay. Moving swiftly on. Okay, Sealife have a new underwater video light, so this one is incredibly powerful. As you can see, it's much larger than the rest of their range, but it still sort of attaches with that traditional quick connect system. Same operating as before, single button on the top. Just hold that down and that will illuminate. So this is a video light, so as you can see, it's a very smooth and even beam. There are no hard edges, so fantastic for both photos and video. Press the button through to cycle through the different powers and hold it to switch it off. So that's great for the photographers and videographers. It's very powerful, decent size. Most of it on the inside of there is just a battery. So yeah, very powerful torch. It also has, I should note, a little sensor in the front. So that's mainly for the photographers. That's a photoreceptor. So as soon as it sees a flash, this will switch off, so that way you don't get too much sort of light sort of interruption, and then about a second later it will switch back on so you can see what you're doing. So that's a great little feature. Okay, Scubapro have brought out new army green versions. This is the army green version of the Frameless Mask. Very smart sort of vintage style mask in this sort of army green. They're also bringing out a gorilla version of the Sea-Wing Nova fin. So the gorilla version is a little bit stiffer, so it sort of pushes you through the water that little bit harder, but also in that army green. But I've always been a fan of the sort of square vintage shape of the Frameless Mask, and now it comes in a different color. Okay, moving on, we have Szanto. This is the HLA or Hawaiian Lifeguard Association watch. So it comes in a few different colors with sort of either a blue or a black screen and a sort of steel or sort of non-black version of the bezel itself. Very tough, as the name suggests. It's been adopted by the Hawaiian Lifeguards Association. Very simple, easy to read screens, nice bright digits sort of in there. So a fantastic wristwatch if you're going scuba diving as well. Okay, Fourth Element have brought out their new sort of summer range of t-shirts. This is just one of them. This is the girls. This is a little sort of tribal turtle design, but sort of both boys and girls versions. Lots of different colours and cool stylings on that. Apeks have changed the design of their Tek 3 regulator, but more predominantly just the first stage. So the new Tek 3 first stage is actually forged. Instead of being made out of just a single rod of brass, they've forged it. So they've changed the design a little bit. Works much the same as it always did, but they've improved the hose routing and just the overall sort of strength and resilience of the first stage. And we got a new cool sort of pattern over on the top. Okay, and finally, we have the main hitter. This is the Shearwater Teric. Has just introduced itself. So this is Shearwater's first watch-sized dive computer. It works much the same way as the Perdix AI. It's a fully technical dive computer, but it also has free dive mode, which is their first dive computer with free dive mode. Very customizable, as with any other sort of Shearwater dive computer. You can change all the colors of the digits and all the things. Works as a traditional wristwatch as well. It's rechargeable, comes with this little cradle. Plug that into a USB port and just slot the computer onto that. It's a fantastic dive computer, a decent size, and very, very bright and easy to read in the water. Okay guys, so that was all the new stuff for this month, but we do still have a couple deals running. We still have the Scubapro free Octo offer. So on the S620, the S600 and the G260 regulators, any of those, if you buy them, you're going to get yourself a free R195 Octo. So that's fantastic if you are looking to set up a new set of regulators. We also have a Szanto free transmitter deal, and that's running on all of the D series from the D4 up. If you buy one of those dive computers, you're going to get a free wireless air transmitter. So that's all that's new. Let us know in the comments what you're looking forward to. Thanks for watching. Safe diving. We are an online dive store serving the UK and the world for all your diving equipment needs. So why not visit us at simplyscuba.com or click the box on your screen.